I have a Westinghouse LD505E dryer. It has stopped working. All LEDs light up as normal, but upon pressing the start button it makes a quiet electrical buzz sound, but no normal spin/heat operation. I suspect it's a thermostat sensor that is preventing it from working, but I have cleaned the filter etc. I hear there is a reset button on this appliance but I cannot fit it. Assume it's on the back facing the wall, which would mean taking off its brackets to access, and these things are heavy and not easy to lift around. Any thoughts on what is wrong and solutions to fix? Thanks.
Hi there, and welcome to the site. Thank you for your inquiry. I will be assisting you with your question today. If this particular model has the safety reset switch, it will be red in color and it will be visible behind the door on the cabinet when you open the door of the dryer. From memory, I don't think this model has the reset feature. This was more common on the original Westinghouse products made by Westinghouse. This is an Electrolux dryer, badged as a Westinghouse. I'm pretty sure I know what this is, though I want you to do something for me please. Power up the dryer, then open the door, spin the drum by hand to get it turning and then quickly close the door and press the start button. While the drum is already turning etc. Try this in both directions. If the first direction doesn't work, will the motor start and continue to turn with some help from you to get it started please? If so, switch the dryer off, as it will still need repairs. I will advise. I await your reply. Thank you. AUSSIE Repair Tech. 41247.28160811944.
Thanks very much. I will try once I get home from work in about 1 hour. James.
Thanks James, please try this and let me know. Okay, if it's what I think it is, I can get you up and running for around $15. Cheers. AUSSIE Repair Tech. 41247.2915354514.
Genius. So yes, I can jump-start the machine by spinning the drum and quickly closing the door. I was so excited when it started, haha. So I am guessing this concludes what is wrong. Let me hear your thoughts for what next.
Hi James, excellent, thank you for doing that. It is as I had presumed, as I have come across this problem many times before. It's kind of like cars. After a few years of working on the same models, the same problems start to show in their weaknesses etc. Your problem is the motor capacitor. This is the part responsible for loading the dryer motor with enough charge to spin the motor under load. Your capacitor is worn out, that is why it won't work by itself, but if you assist it to get started, then it still has just enough grunt to keep the drum turning etc. Here is the part you require. http://www.ebay.com.au/in/Simpson Westinghouse Electrolux Dryer Run Capacitor 8/25112013643 PT equals AU_Appliance Accessories Parts and # equals item 3A77 ed 30F7 $15 posted to your door. If you decide to source locally, expect to pay somewhat more for this part. Do not exceed 8 UF as the maximum rating for a dryer motor. Also, to change the motor capacitor, you will need to remove the rear panel and locate the existing one attached to the motor bracket down the bottom of the cabinet. Release the existing capacitor from the bracket, undo the 2 wires, install the new one, reattach the 2 wires and reassemble the rear panel back onto the dryer. Before you do that though, suck up any lint and dust with your vacuum. There is usually a build inside the cabinet etc. Follow my directions above and you will be up and drying again in no time at all. If you have any further questions, just ask. I'm happy to answer them even after rating, no problems at all. Thank you and good luck. Let me know how it goes. Cheers. AUSSIE Repair Tech. 41247.83071564881
Thanks, have ordered the capacitor on eBay. Great service, thank you very much.
Hi James, you are most welcome. Let me know how you go please. Any further questions, just ask. I am happy to help where I can. Thank you.
Hello, capacitor has arrived and I have tried to install. Running into some problems. I'm surprised at how badly they designed these appliances for access. Firstly, I removed the back outer panel which exposed the screws/bolts of the drum and a small panel which I presumed to be designed to access the motor and key electrical parts. The main back panel remains in place, though. Cut my finger badly in the process though. The sides of the rear outer panel are like a razor, sliced my finger, thought I needed a stitch, but seems to be okay. But I digress. See photos. Through this small access hole in the panel, I can access the capacitor but cannot seem to remove it, nor unplug the wires connected to it. The capacitor, new one, has a bolt at the front, assumed to fix it in place, and connectors at the other end. My problem is that I simply can't access the far end of the existing capacitor to unscrew/remove it. I can't even seem to disconnect the two connecting wires, they appear fixed. So I am doing this all through a small brick-sized roll in the rear panel. I can't see a lot. The alternative is to take the entire rear panel off, which I don't have the tools for at the moment. I just need a different larger spanner/wrench, so I can remove the central drum bolt. Could you please confirm if I am doing the right thing? Should I be able to remove the capacity through this small access panel, or am I supposed to remove the whole rear panel? Assuming the latter, this would mean I need to remove the bolt on which the entire dryer/load drum pivots around, i.e. the drum is connected to the rear panel. I get the impression the rear panel provides support/rigidity for the drum to spin on, and if I remove this bolt, therefore disconnecting the panel and drum, I gather I am perhaps doing the wrong thing. I am not sure if you are allowed to contact online clients by my mobile is 0408-422-212, would appreciate a call if possible. If you think it's time I called an appliance technician to come to fix, I'd appreciate any recommendations on who is reputable to contact. Sydney Eastern Suburbs. Cheers, James.
Hi James, I can't ring you I'm afraid, it is against the terms of service, sorry. Here is what you need to do: lay the dryer face down on the ground, remove the rear panel by undoing all of the bolts around the back plate and also undo the nut in the very center of the drum, lift the back panel away and stand it beside the dryer cabinet. Now you can access the old capacitor and undo the wires etc. I think from memory, the old capacitor clips onto the motor bracket, so if the bolt end of the new one doesn't fit that hole on the motor bracket, just use a zip tie and strap it to the motor bracket in the exact same spot, making sure that the wires do not interfere with any moving parts etc. Reattach the wires, strap the capacitor into place, sit the rear panel back on, do up the center nut, redo all of the screws around the back panel, start with corners first, refit the heater element back into the square access hole, then refit the outside cover, and stand the dryer up. You are ready for testing. Note, when you get the rear panel off, you may need to vacuum the dryer cabinet out, okay? Any further assistance required, just ask. Thank you AUSSIE Repair Tech. 41257.84350000116.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/ythi.